finally joining us now, Madeline Somerville is a Democrat strategist and a former Democrat speechwriter and a trial attorney. And Julie Harris is the president of the National Federation of Republican Women. Great to have you both this morning. Welcome.
Thanks so much.
You bet.
So your thoughts on the White House Faith Office luncheon yesterday and how this country was founded on godly principles. Let's start with you, Julie.
Absolutely. It's good to see the president recognizing a higher power, the Almighty. As a Christian, it brings me peace and confidence even in his ability to seek that higher power when he's making decisions for our country. I think that there are many Christians across our country who are grateful to see this. I think that it's going to bring a blessing for our country. And, we were founded on Judeo-Christian beliefs and principles, and to see it honored in the White House, the highest office in our country, is very comforting.
Yeah, and I just want to take the liberty to offer the family of John MacArthur, the pastor and founder of Grace Community Church. He passed away. He founded it in the 1960s. He gives awesome online sermons, but unfortunately, he passed away yesterday. Oh,
okay. Well, in terms of the timing of this Faith Office lunch, Madeline, it comes almost, basically a year since the assassination attempt on President Trump's life. And President Trump has talked about the rally in Pennsylvania that almost ended his life fatefully.
It's remarkable to think that it was only 1 year ago this week that my time on earth nearly ended. And if you look at that, God was with me, because that's something that, in theory, I should not be with you.
I mean, this is a message he has reiterated while in office, and many believe that he truly thinks his life was spared for a reason. Your reaction, Madeline?
I think it's a lovely sentiment, and I do hope for blessings from a higher power for whatever Trump and the folks at the Faith Luncheon are praying for. But y'all opened up a can of worms on me real early. So I think when it comes to bringing faith and religion into the White House, we were not founded on Judeo-Christian principles. We weren't founded with any religion. That's not what our founding fathers wanted. In fact, engraved on the Jefferson Monument, it says, "God had made the mind free," meaning that people have the freedom, whomever their God might be, to choose to believe how they want to. And so while I appreciate the sentiment of faith, and I'm a faithful person myself, I think it might be a little bit off color.
I think I have to push back on you. This is America. You can have your own opinion, but even what you said in terms of what was inscribed, one of the first words was God. Right. So it was part of it. And you're right in terms of you have the freedom here in America, unlike other places around the world, to worship whatever God you choose. You can even worship Satan if that's what you want to do. That could be your God. So there's freedom here, but there is a baseline of principles. And those principles come from the holy word of God. But moving on, Peter Navarro shared a great update on the impact that Trump's tariffs are making on the United States.
We're very pleased with where we are right now. We're collecting about $5 billion in tariffs a week, and the numbers are going up. We've collected over $100 billion of tariffs since President Trump took office. Those help us cut our taxes, reduce our debt, and they act as a tariff wall to bring home investment.
Julie, this is great news for our economy. What are your thoughts?
I agree. This is going to return jobs back to America. It's going to encourage American manufacturing. Trump knows what he's doing. We're seeing our economy rebound. This is much needed relief to the American working family. These things, we weren't expecting to see such good results immediate. We were preparing ourselves to be patient, to play the long game, but we're seeing immediate relief. And this is good news for the American economy. This is exactly what the American voters elected.
Yeah, and it's good news for the economy because we're seeing for the first time in years this $27 billion surplus for the month of June. And in terms of annualized, I mean, it's over $100 billion the United States will be bringing in. But Madeline, the Democrats have been really pushing back against this. We saw that they were complete naysayers at the beginning of tariffs, stoking fears, causing the economy, let's face it, to take quite the dip back in April. Clearly, these fears were unfounded because we're back, highs across every single aspect of the market, really. So your take on this, and do you think the Democrats really overreacted with respect to the tariff doom and gloom?
I think Democrats lose credibility when they start criticizing the strategy that President Trump uses when it's one that they would have implemented themselves. So in general, right, folks who would have been for tariffs should probably sit this one out. But when it comes to the tariff impositions that he's been making lately. So I remember when he told us that there were no tariffs on Russia because there were sanctions and it was the most we possibly could have gotten already. What happened to that? Because in the same day yesterday when he gave that speech, he also said that he was going to sanction Russia. So I think the market, although the market has recovered, we took a big hit. Everybody lost a whole lot. And that level of uncertainty has left a lot of businesses in trouble, especially preparing for the holidays and things like that. And so I think it's important to look at both sides here and to listen to the business owners who are saying, this is really causing me a lot of problems.
You know, I just want to mention one quick thing. If you held on, that's your strategy, fine. But if you would have sold and actually bought again low, you would have actually made more money. I just want to understand, like, we got to actually, this is the land of business and opportunity. We have to teach people financial literacy across the board. I don't care about politics regarding that comment, because if you want to empower people, you have to empower them with the principles that they can implement to better their lives, to better pursue their own happiness.